Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So, welcome to the Bhagavad Gita Sarartha Varshini Tika discussion, which is the commentary by Srila Vishnu Chakra Thakur. And then there is a sub commentary by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which is called as the Rasika Ranjan. So we've been studying this and we are on the 10th chapter. And specifically now we are in the 10th chapter, the last section, how to know Krishna through his vibhutis. So we saw the concept of vibhuti yoga and then Krishna starts explaining his vibhutis. How among Aditya I am Vishnu, among Jyotisham I am Ravi, among the Maruts I am Marichi, and among the Nakshatras I am Moon. And among all the four Vedas, Sam Veda, Vedanam Samveda. And among the Devas, I am Vasava, Indra, you know. And among Indriyas, I am the Mana. And Bhutanam Asmi Chetana. Among all living entities, the essence is Chetana, and I am that. Rudranam Shankara. And Vityoshi Yaksha Rakshasa. The leaders of Yaksha and Rakshasas is Kuvera, I am that. Vasunam Pavakashmi. Among the Vasus, I am fire. This is a particular type of Pavaka is a different type of fire. And then among Shikaras, I am Meru. And among the head priest, I am Brahaspatim, who is the head of the Devatas. And Senani Nam Aham Skanda. Among the commanders in chief, leaders of armies, I am Skanda. And among the reservoirs of water, ocean. So ocean is the vibhuti of the Lord. Such a vast ocean. It's a vibhuti. And among the Maharshis, great sages, I am Bhrigu, who is the son of Brahma. And Giramasmi Ekaksharam, the Om, Ekaksharam. And Yajnanam Japa Yagyasmi and Stavaranam Himalaya. This is where we had finished, or where we, yes, we had finished till 25. Now we'll go to 26. अश्वतः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारद गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः. Among the trees I am Pipala, Ashwata Sarva Vrikshanam. And there is a note. Note, this tree is regarded as a representative of Vishnu. So among all the vrikshas, Ashwata has a Vishesha Vibhuti. It's a Vishesh Bhuti of the Lord, manifestation of the Lord, and it attracts us. And that's why I am that Ashwata Sarva Vrikshanam. Among the divine sages, Deva Rishinam, I am Narada. So Narada is called as, he is the Rishis among the Devas, among the divine sages. Gandharvanam Chitraratha. There are many Gandharvas, and Chitraratha is the most beautiful Gandharva and the most powerful Gandharva, or the important leader among all the Gandharvas. So I am Chitrata. Among the Gandharvas, I am Chitrata, and Krishna is identifying himself with them. And Siddhanam, among perfected beings, I am Kapila, Kapilo Muni. Kapila here, although he is the incarnation of the Lord himself, but still he acted as a sage, you know, and to show the path of perfection in that sense, and it will become more clear now. Uchchashava Uchchashavasvam Ashwanam Vidhi Mam Amritodbhavam Airavatanam Gajendranam Naranam Cha Naradipan. Know that among horses I am Uchchashava. Uchcheshava. So horses are very beautiful, and the most beautiful horse is the Uchchashava horse, which uh, came in the Yagya. Oh, sorry, in the Samudra Manthan. In the Samudra Manthan Leela, we all know that the Uchchashava horse manifested, which rose from the nectar ocean, Amrutodbhavam. Among elephants, I am Airavat. So there was the Airavat also. The elephant also rose from the churning of the ocean. So there are So there is Gajendra is a generic sense for, the term. Okay, I have to take the pen and paper. Just give me a minute because then it becomes more clear and evident. Just a minute. So Gajendra is, uh, in a generic sense, it refers to elephants. And here, specifically, among all the elephants, I am Airavat. So Airavat is the name of the elephant. So among all the elephants, I am Airavat. Airavat elephant is, and its size is very huge also. It was gifted to Indra during the Samudra Manthan Leela. And there is, in the Gajendra Moksha pastime, again in the eighth canto, which is coming up. So there was an elephant with the name Gajendra only. So elephant sometimes is named as Gajendra, the specific name, and in a generic sense also, elephant is called as Gajendra. So that is, what we need to understand about, uh, you know, Gajendra. Gajendra is, it can be used in a generic sense and a specific sense also. So here, Gajendra and Airavat. Airavat is the name of the elephant. And Gajendra can also mean elephant. And that was this elephant in the eighth canto, in chapters 1 to 3, the Gajendra Mokshila it is mentioned. So, in a specific sense, it is referring to the Airavat named Gajendra, the elephant named Airavat. Among men, I am the king, Narana, Naradipam. So, see, the Brahmanas are called, anyone knows what are the Brahmanas are called? Sorry. Anyone knows what are the Brahmanas called? What are the Brahmanas called? Anyone? Bir Kashmuji.
Uh, Not aware, bro.
Brahmanas are called as Bhudevas.
Yes.
So what are the Kshatriyas called?
That's called Nardeva.
Naradeva. So Deva here is meaning what? First tell me then now. That's also very important. What is your understanding of Deva here? Deva. What is Deva? Deva is God here.
Deva is God. Okay.
It is not referring to Devtas. So it is literally Brahmanas are like God walking on earth, Bhudeva. And Naradeva is God among humans. So Brahmanas are called Bhudevas because they carry the Vedic knowledge. So in that sense, they are representing the Lord. You know, that is why they are called as Bhudevas. Similarly, Kshatriyas, the ruling power is exhibited by the Kshatriyas. So they are in that sense representing the Lord, and that is why they are called as Naradeva. Now, I was mentioning with respect to Vibhuti that this important principle I was saying that all Vibhutis need not take us towards l- towards God. So, like great powerful kings like Yudhishthira, they are also vibhutis of the Lord. They are like manifesting these special powers, of ruling. So, in representational sense, they are God. That's why they are called as Naradeva. You know. But there are some powerful kings like Genghis Khan, as I was mentioning in today's world, we know about Hitler. But although they are manifesting these powers, destructive powers, and this is also coming from the Lord, but yet they don't take us towards the Lord. And that is why we cannot, consider them as, although they are vibhutis, we don't focus on them because they don't take us towards the Lord. So that is, an important point we should note. Okay, next verse. Here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur doesn't give any much purports, but Prabhupada gives a lot of purports and explanation because it is important we understand Vibhuti Yoga. Ayuddhanam aham vajram dhenunam kamadruk prajanaschasmi kandarpa sarpanam asmi vasuki. Among weapons, I am thunderbolt. Ayuddhanam aham vajram. So Indra's thunderbolt, it is such invincible it is, nobody can escape. And when Garuda, in order to rescue her mother, because she was acting as a servant of her Garuda's stepmother, because of some conflict within the family. So he stole the nectar from the devas, and he flew, stealing the nectar. And Indra was very disturbed. How come this bird, entering my assembly? And this nectar was, protected from all weapons, snakes all around, and it came and stole. So Indra started following Garuda and following, suddenly Indra came in the front. Actually, it is said that first Indra, was trying all his weapons, but it was not making any difference to Garuda. But at last, he threw his Vajra. And when he threw his Vajra, Ayudha, you know, Garuda, in order to respect, because this Vajra is, it was prepared from the bones of the Dichi, in order to show respect to the great sage, one feather, it just, touched and that feather fell. That's it. And then somehow Indra came in front of Garuda and he expanded. And Garuda started expanding. Indra started expanding, Garuda started expanding, and there was a competition going on. And at last, Garuda stretched the entire diameter of this universe. Indra did not have that powers. He understood Garuda is not ordinary being. He became humble and he left. But here, Vajra is so powerful that nobody can escape its, effect. And Indra used this Vajra to kill ultimately Vritrasura. And to kill his body, cut his body, it took him 1 year, you can imagine. So Thunderbolt is very, very powerful. So among weapons, I am Thunderbolt. Among cows, I am Kamadhenu. Among the types of lusts, I am that for producing offspring. Prajanas chasmi kandarbha. Praja, you know. Among snakes, I am Vasuki. Sarpanam asmi Vasuki. Among all the snakes, I am Vasuki. Vasuki's snake is very, very long. Imagine it became the churning rod for the Samudra Manthan. How huge it must be. Among the cows, I am Kamadhenu, Kamaduk. Note, this cow was born from the churning of the milk ocean. She gives unlimited milk. Kamadhenu. Among the types of lust, I am lust for the purpose of producing offspring. So that lust also, which is used in producing the offspring, I am that, Krishna is saying. अनन्ताश्चास्मि नागानां वरुणो यादसामहं पित्राणाम् आर्यमा चास्मि यमः संयतामहम्. Among Nagas, no, Nagas have many heads, whereas Sarpas, regular snakes, have only one head. So the Nagas means 5 hooded, 10 hooded, 50 hooded. These are all in the lower planets. I am Ananta. Anantyasmi Naganam. So Anant is again, this is the one who is holding the Bhumandala below the universe. There is Ananta who is a Jiva Tattva, you know. So he's the Vibhuti of the Lord. So Ananta Chasmi Naganam. Among inhabitants of water, I am Varuna. Varuna Yadasam Aham. So there are many inhabitants in water. Varuna is one Devata. Again, he is a Vibhuti of the Lord. Among the Pitras, I am Arema. Arema. There are many Pitras, great personalities, and Arema is their leader. So Krishna is identifying himself with Arema among the Pitras. I am among Punishers, I am Yama. Yama Samyatam Aham. So there are many punishers, here in this world, and then there are many punishers, personalities, but Yamraj is their leader, and I am that. Again, Yamraj is a Jiva Tattva. Okay, Praladaschaasmi Daityanam Kala Kalayatam Aham Mriganam Mrigendroham Vainatescha Pakshinam. Among the demons, I am Pralad. Praladaschasmi Daityanam. In one sense, Pralad was born in the demonic family, but his glory was that he was a pure devotee. So among the demons, Krishna is identifying himself. I am Pralad. It doesn't mean that Pralad and Krishna are one, but he is one of the vibhutis who manifested bhakti. Among controllers, I am time. Kala Kalayatam Aham. Kalosmi. Krishna also says, na, I am time. It's again a Shakti of the Lord. Among animals, I am lion. Brigana Brigandro Aham. So lion is the king among the animals. Among all the animals, lion is the king of the forest. And it is a vibhuti of the Lord. I don't know whether I explained once. One of the sannyasis was telling that in Africa, the tribals, who are rulers there, so they, send their children for learning warfare right in childhood, so like 5 years old that time. And after 10, 15 years of training, they are trained, and then there is a test. And what is the test? That all these 10 leaders, those who are trained in Kshatriya warfare, you know, so they have to go and challenge a lion. So this is a true story. Once they went and garrowed a lion, and the lion, when it got up, it saw this all around 10 people. So it just turned its face and roared. And you know what is the roar of a lion? And just hearing the roaring sound, it was so frightening. So much fear was created in their heart that few of these warriors, they collapsed and fell unconscious. So this vibhuti, roaring of the lion, or the lion, which is the king among the animals, Krishna is saying, I am that. Hmm? Among birds, I am Garuda. Vaitiniyascha Pakshinam. Among all the birds, I am Garuda. So again, he is a vibhuti. Pavana Pavatam Asmi Rama Shastra Vratamaham Jashanam Makaraschasmi Shrotasam Asmi Janavi. Among purifiers and sweat, I am wind. So wind purifies, if you I have this experience that in the train, uh, you just go near the toilet side, it's so dirty smelling, but just to stand near the door, fresh air is coming, the smell is immediately gone. So wind is purifying and wind is very swift. Among holders of the weapon, I am Parushuram. Rama Shastra Bratam Aham. Among the fishes, I am Makara. Jashana Makaraschasmi. Among rivers, I am Ganga. Shrotasam Asmi Janvi. So Janvi is another name of Ganga. Among the rivers, Shrotasam. Shrotasam refers to the rivers which flow. So I am Janvi. So again, it is a vibhuti of the Lord. Of moving or purifying agents, I am wind. Among bearers of weapons, I am Parushram. He is suitable as a vibhuti because he is an Avesh avatar. Parushram is a Jiva Tattva. And because he is an outstanding Jiva among those who have been given powers by the Lord. Note, Ram is taken as Parushram rather than Ramchandra since he is Jiva. A Jiva can be Vibhuti, but not the Lord himself. Because Lord is identifying himself with the Vishesh Bhutis within the Jivas. You know? So with the powers invested in the jivas and these powers, bhutis, Vishesh bhuti which are there, they attract us. And ultimately, Krishna is saying it is coming from me, so we should get attracted to Krishna. So that is what is the concept of Vibhuti Yoga. So that's why here Rama refers to not Ramchandra but Parashurama. Padma Puran quoted in the Bhagavatamrita says, "O Devi, I have recited to you the story of Parashurama, a Saktavesh avatar of the Lord." So very clearly it is mentioned in the Padma Puran that Parashurama is a Shaktavesha avatar. Also, it says he took birth as an empowered jiva. The characteristics of the Avish avatar are also mentioned in the Bhagavatamrita, where a jiva is filled with portions of Gyan Shakti or other Shakti of the Lord. He is called Avish avatar, Laghu Bhagavatamrita. So, Dushta Damana Shakti, he had the portion of Dushta Damana Shakti, that's why he is Avish avatar. Among fish, Jashanam, I am Makar, a special type of fish. Anyone knows what is a Makar? Krishna sometimes wears a Makara Kundala. Anyone knows what is the fish called Makara? Anyone has any idea? What is Makar? Chakrarama Prabhuji, yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
One minute.
One minute.
I'm not able to.
About the
1 minute.
one minute.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
everybody. It's a
it's a
fish
fish. Pardon?
with a
With the
face of
face
a
of a
lion
lion. Uh-huh.
and
And
body of
body of
a
a
uh,
the
tail of
tail
a
of
tail of
tail of tail of a
like a
like a
fish it is,
fish. Yeah,
and body like an alligator.
alligator, correct. So basically, sometimes they say it is having the front face as that of a elephant, and then middle is like a alligator, and the end it is what? Like a fish only, like a
Fish.
fish only. So three combinations it is. So let me show you the makara. And I saw some, paintings, not paintings, actually artwork in some traditional South Indian temples, not South India, in Nepal when I had gone. So there I saw the makara, very beautiful picture. I should have stored that picture. Very, very beautiful it was. So let me show you the makara kundala, the makara fish. Uh, okay. Um, yeah, I have to share, na? So you can see this is the makara. Yeah. So you can see this front portion is like the elephant. This is like a, part of fish, and then it is like a crocodile also. So three faces, three bodies together. These are very rare. These are not seen now, but they are there in the deep waters, which we are not aware. So this is called as a makara. Hmm. So this is among the fish I am makara, Krishna is saying. Among fish I am makara, a special type of fish. Among rivers I am Ganga. Okay. सर्गानामादिरन्तश्च मद्यं चैवाहम् अर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्यानां वादप्रवर्तताम् अहम्. I am creation, destruction, and maintenance of all elements. Sarganam adir antascha madhyam chayvaham Arjuna. So Adi, Sarga, Madhya is maintenance, and Anta, is destruction. So I am that. Among types of knowledge, I am the knowledge of the soul. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Among all the different types of Vidyas, I am that Vidya which is leads to knowledge of the soul. Among the types of debate, I am Vad. Vad pravadatam aham. So there are different types of debates, and among them, one is called as Vad, because by Vad you establish Krishna as the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. So that's why that is a Vibhuti. Now he mentions in the commentary, let us go to the commentary. I am the creation, Adi, and destruction, Ant, of ether and other elements, Sargana, and the maintenance of them as well. So in one sense, Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu, Kham, Manor, Buddhi, Vrevacha, these all are vibhutis of the Krishna because they are energies of Krishna, powerful. Wind, hurricane is a very powerful energy of Krishna. So in the creation of all these, creation, destruction, all these elements which are there, I am that, he says. One should meditate upon creation, maintenance, destruction as my vibhutis. So this maintenance of creation, maintenance as one of the vibhutis. This means that I, the Supreme Lord, am the creator, maintainer, and destroyer. Among the types of knowledge, I am the knowledge of self, Adhyatma Vidya. Among the types of argumentation in order to establish one's own idea and defeat others' ideas, such as Jalp and Vitanda, I am Vad, which attempts to discern actual truth with the goal of coming to a conclusion. Vad means, there are different types of arguments, and there is Jalpa and Vitanda, it is mentioned. But Vad is by which you come to the conclusion of the actual truth. And then you come to the conclusion. So, in brief, what is Jalpa and Vitanda? This is part of Nyaya Darshan. In brief, he mentions. Note, Vada, Jalpa, and Vitanda are famous three types of argument. Now, what is all this? When both parties desire to win by establishing their own opinion with proofs and arguments and refuting the opponent's view with circumvention. Please remember, two opponent parties, especially in the courts, two lawyers are fighting and two parties they want to win and they want to establish their own opinion and they give a lot of proofs and arguments and they have to refute also. So that is called as chala. False generalization is jati and syllogistic fault, nigrasthana, is called jalp. These are very technical and one has to study all this and then only you can understand. What is syllogistic fault? I just have to see the dictionary. I remember. Silio means one leading to the other or something like that. Syllogism. Deducing reasoning in which the conclusion is derived from two premises. So it is basically deductive reasoning, you know. By deductive reasoning, you find out fault. So this is called a jalpa. So what is vitanga? When one party refutes the opponent's view by the above means, all of the chala, by jati or by nigrasthana, all these come under the category of jalpa. Please remember, when one refutes the opponent by any of the above means without establishing his own opinion, that means he doesn't want to establish his own opinion, but he just refutes that other opinion, but he doesn't establish his opinion and prove and establish his own opinion. That is called as vitanda. These two types of debate with a desire to win, simply displaying skill in debating and bear no results. That discussion having a desire for truth is called vada. So by which you can establish the truth and you're not concerned who will win, who will not win, and you're not trying to establish your own point, but you're trying to establish the truth. So that is called as vada. And vada is a vibhuti of the Lord. Aksharanam akarosmi dvanda samasikasya cha aham evakshaya kalah dhatanam vishwatomukha. I am the letter A among all letters. Aksharanam akarosmi. Now, interestingly, please try to understand this. There are vowels, we know. What are the vowels? This is a, e, e, like that. And then there are consonants. Then that is ka. But you cannot pronounce this. There has to be a vowel, and then only it becomes ka. Ka. This is kha. Ka, kha, ga, gha, na. So this is ga. So in all these aksharas, there is a. Aksharanam akarosmi. I am the letter A among all letters because A, without A you cannot pronounce these. Huh? That is why this A is one sense all pervading, and Krishna is saying that this is my Vibhuti. So just by aksharas also, understanding the Vibhuti of Krishna, you can become Krishna conscious. In fact, I don't know whether you are aware, those who study these, you know, darshans, the Panini, Vyakarana, or now our Jiva Goswami's Harinamamrit Vyakarana. This is filled with the holy names. So you're actually chanting the holy names of the Lord. You will get Krishna Prem. But in the Panini Vyakaran, you're only reciting aksharas. And these aksharas, beginning from A, till Ka, Ka, Ga, Ga, all these, all these aksharas, they are called as akshara. And akshara means they are indestructible, just like the soul is also called as akshara. So even the so-called jnanis who study these Vyakarana, if they are fully absorbed in studying this, they will get liberation. This is the fruit. Of course, there should not be any trace of offenses they should have committed to the Lord, but they can get liberation. This is the potency. Because they are akshara. They are not different from the Lord. Krishna is saying, Aksharanam akarosmi. Among compounds, I am the Dvanda. Dvanda samasikasya. So there are different types of compounds, but there is the Dvanda compound, which, I'm technically not sure what it is because it's many years also I have studied this. And I don't want to speculate, but let us see if there is in the commentary. Among destroys, I am Shiva. Aham eva Shaya. Shaya means to destroy. Kala. Shiva destroys. Shiva does it. Among creators, I am Brahma with four faces. Dhatanam Vishwatomukha. The Dvand compound is superior among compounds since its elements are equal. Yeah. So Dvand is where the elements are equal, and that's why it is called as. There are different types of compounds. All their names are there, but the Dvand compound is Vibhuti of Krishna. In the Avayi Bhava compound, the first element is more important. Adhyatma in the soul. In the Tat Purush compound, the second element is more important. Gunatita, surpassing the gunas. You know. So the second element becomes important. Here in Avayiba, these are different types of compound. So there is the first element, it is more important here. In the Bahuviri compound, both elements are unimportant depending on the reference to the third element. Mahabhavu, one who is strong. Of course, we have to all know the Vyakaran and then we can understand how the first element is important, second element is important, and both are unimportant. But Dvand compound, elements are equal. So that's why among all these compounds, I am Dvanda, he say. Among destroyers, I'm indestructible time. Kalo Akshayam Aham. This refers to Mahakala, Rudra, famous as a destroyer. Among the creators, I am Brahma, Dhata, with four faces. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishitam kirti shrirvakcha narinam smriti medha dhriti shama. Among deaths, I am that which takes away all memory. Mrityu sarvaharashcha aham. So Krishna takes away all our belongings which we are deeply attached, and he will take away all our memory and will make us forget, and death is putting you to sleep. So I am that, Krishna is saying here. Second. Yeah, just checking whether the net connection is good. Among all transformations of the body which take place, I am the first one, birth. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. So because when birth happens, everyone is very happy, no? There are six transformations. There is death. Death, everyone becomes unhappy. So birth. So among that, all the transformations, Krishna identifies among the six. The first one is most important. So Krishna identifies himself as among women, Narinam, Aham Kirti Shri Vak, Kirti Shri Vakcha, Smriti Meda Dhriti Shama, and other wives of Dharma. Smriti Meda Dhriti Shama. So let's see what this means. Among women, I am Kirti Shri Vak, Smriti Meda Dhriti Shama. Among all types of death which are happening at every moment, I am death which takes away all memory. Death is happening always, you know. So that which takes away all memory is Krishna is saying that. It is said Mrityu Atyanta Vismriti. Death is extreme forgetfulness in the Bhagavatam. Among the transformations which takes place for the living entities in the future, I am birth, the first transformation. Among women, I am fame, Kirti, beauty, Shri, and Vak, refined speech. These three and also the four, memory, Smriti, intelligence. Intelligence is called as Meda. Fortitude, Dhriti, and Shama is tolerance. So these are not like among women I am this, but these are feminine qualities. Which indicates the other wives of Dharma such as Murti. You know. Note, Dharma married 13 daughters of Daksha. Shraddha, Maitri, Daya, Shanti, Tushti, Pushti, Kriya, Unnati, Buddhi, Medha, Titiksha, Ri, and Murti as mentioned in 4.1.49. Mahabharata gives a different list which include Kirti, Shri and Dhriti. Vak does not seem to be one of Dharma's wives. So these are all personalities. Medha is a daughter of uh, Daksha, and she is the presiding deity of intelligence. Titiksha is again a daughter of Daksha. She is the presiding deity for tolerance. And similarly, Ri, you know. So, and then all these personalities. So, all these personalities, Kirti, Shri, Vak. Vak is a Devi. Somebody has Vak Siddhi, we say, na? Because he's blessed by the Vak Devi. So, in that way, these are feminine qualities because the presiding deities are feminine. They are all females. And also, from the Sanskrit point of view, they are all feminine gender also. Medha, Dhrithi, Shama, Kirti, Shri, Vak, Smriti. So these are all feminine gender. So in that sense, we can understand this. Okay. Brahat Sama Tata Samnam Gayatri Chandasam Aham Masanam Margashishoham Ritunam Kusumakara. Among the Samas, I am Bharat Sam. Bharat Sam Tata Samnam. Among meters, I am Gayatri. Gayatri Chandasam Aham. Among months, I am Margashish. Note, this is the first month in one calendar system. Masanam Margashishvam. Among the seasons, I am spring. Ritunam Kusumakara. So, Ritu means you all know, this. And see the Sanskrit language so beauty. Kusuma Akar. Kusuma refers to flowers, the flowering season, you know, that's when everything becomes, fully prafullit, blossoms, the whole atmosphere blossoms, and our hearts also blossom seeing these flowers. It gives pleasure to the heart. So that is why Masana Margashi Ritunam Sumakara. And Masana means Margashisha. So I'm not really familiar now with this Hindu calendar. I have to become familiar now. That is what I have decided after attending this cosmology seminar. So this begins the first month of the calendar, it is mentioning. I think it is I don't know. We'll have to find out. Somebody knows, they can find out and let me know. The Lord has already said that He is Sama among the Vedas. Vedanam Sama Vedo Aham, He has said. So among now Sama Veda, He is what is saying? Brahat Sama. So there are 1,000 different divisions of Samveda. Samveda is basically songs, and these are songs sung in glorification of the Lord. Among them, the Brahat Sam is very, very pleasing to the Lord. So that's why here he says that among the verses to be sung, he is Brahat Sam in the verse which begins with Tvam Riddhim Havamahe. So this is there in the Rig Veda, the Brahat Sam. It is said when Vishnu vehicle Vahan is the Garud, and Garuda when he flaps his wings, the Brahat Sam song, you know, is generated from the flapping of his wings to give pleasure to Vishnu. That's how the associates of the Lord serve the Lord, by giving him pleasure. So the wings, flapping of the wings produces the Brahat Sam, and for the pleasure of the Lord. Among meters I am Gayatri, and among seasons I am spring, Kusumakara, spring season, filled with flowers, because all the flowers start to blossom in that. द्यूतं चलतयामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहं जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्त्वं सत्त्वतामहम्. I am gambling in the cheaters. So among the cheaters, Krishna is the biggest cheaters. So he cheats. So gambling is a cheating game. So I am that, he says. Among conquerors, I am their victory. Tejasvinamaham. Among those who endeavor, I am the endeavor. Jayosmi Vyavasayosmi. That endeavor, what we do in spiritual life, that endeavor, Krishna has identified this in his Vibhuti in the 7th chapter also. रसोमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्य प्रणव सर्ववेदेषु शब्दके पौरुषम ऋषु पौरुषम means among the strong I am their strength. Sattvatam aham. Related to those who mutually cheat other, I am gambling. Here genitive case is used to show relationship with the cheaters. Among the conquerors I am victory. Among those who endeavor I am effort, especially the endeavor in spiritual life. Among the strong I am strength. Sattva Sattvatam. Now, Vrishninam Vasudevosmi Pandavanam Dhananjaya Muninam Appe Aham Vyasa Kavinam Ushana Kavi. Among the Vrishnis, I am Vasudev. Vrishninam Vasudeva Asmi. Among the Pandavas, when Krishna is speaking among the Pandavas, what is happening in Arjuna's mind, he might think, oh, Yudhishthira, he might say Yudhishthira. But Krishna says Dhananjay. And suddenly Arjuna thinks, Krishna, you're speaking about me? Yes, So it's not that, Arjuna and Krishna are one in a Mayavadi sense. Arjuna is a Vibhuti of Krishna, and Krishna is identifying him as, I am that Vibhuti. Among the sages, Muninam Appya Aham Vyasa. So he's referring to Krishna, Dwapa and Vas. Among the wise, I am Ushana Kavi. Among the Vrishnis, I am Vasudev, who is my father. Note, now Baladev here means Baladev Vidyabhushan, not Baladev, who is Balram. Says that Vasudev refers to Balaram, since Vasudev usually means the son of Vasudev. In either case, taking Vasudev as father of brothers avoids making Krishna his own Vibhuti. So Krishna cannot be his own Vibhuti. So here Vasudev refers to, the father of Krishna. He is why Vibhuti. The rule is as follows. Pragya Ditvat. This is again from the grammar. Don't worry. Vasudev usually means the son of Vasudeva. However, sometimes by the rule given, Vasudev can simply mean Vasudev. So here, if you see in the verse, Vrishninam Vasudeva. So Vrishninam Vasudeva, if you say, Vasudeva will refer to whom? It will refer to Krishna. So Krishna cannot say himself as a Vibhuti. So here, although it is Vasudev, actually Krishna's father's name is Vasudeva. There is difference between Vasudeva and Vasudev. So Vasudeva is Krishna's father. And Vasudeva is one who from Vasudeva. So that is referring to Krishna. So when Vrishninam Vasudeva Asmi, it is not referring to this. It is referring to this, Krishna's father. That's the point, what is being made. He is my Vibhuti. Vasudev usually means the son of Vasudev. However, sometimes by the rule given, Vasudev can simply mean Vasudev. Among the long A, sometimes the long A can have the same meaning short as the short A. So here it is long A, but it is having the meaning small A, that is Krishna's father. The long A is used to indicate self-interest. Others would propose the meaning among the Vishnus, I am myself, the son of Vasudeva. This, however, is not agreeable and it does not mean anything. It does not mean anything only, he said. Okay. Dando damayatam asmi nitirasmi jigitsitam maunam chasmi guhyanam jnanam jnanavatam aham. I am punishment among those who punish. Danda damayatam asmi. In those who desire victory, I am proper policy. Nitir asmi jigitsatam. So there is Niti Shastra. There is the Vidur Niti. You must be all knowing. There is the Shukra Niti by Shukracharya. And there is the Shakuni Niti. Shakuni was, side of the Kauravas. Shakuni Niti is, it doesn't matter what are the means. Ultimately, you have to get ends. So you can use whatever means you want to get the ends. And this is what he was suggesting for Duryodhan. But the Shukra Niti, I don't remember what it is. But there has to be right means to right ends. Not, we don't use the wrong means for the right end. Like, you have to make money. You can work hard and make money, but you cannot go and loot a bank. You use the wrong means to make, So like that, these Niti principles are there. Niti rasmi jigitstam. In secrets, I am silence. Maunam chaivasmi guhyanam. I am knowledge in those who have knowledge. Jnanam jnanavatam aham. Among those who punish, I am punishment. Here the genitive is used to indicate relationship. So I don't understand what this Sanskrit means. Genitive. These are all vibhaktis which we need to study. Now Krishna puts a general principle. Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijam tad aham arjuna tad asti vinayat maya bhutam characharam. I am the seed which causes all living entities to manifest, O Arjuna. Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijam tad aham Arjuna. So in all manifestations you can see Vibhuti of the Lord, that it is that bija, because Krishna is aham bija pradapada. That essence is the bija. And I am that. So that is why we can see everywhere Krishna's Vibhuti. That is how we can see Maya Tadam Idam Sarvam Jagat Samvyaktam. No moving or non-moving entities, chara, charam, bhutanam can exist asti without me, maya vina. Without me in the form of my expansion, vibhinamsha as the jiva. I am the seed of all beings, the cause of their sprouting, because without me, moving and non-moving creatures would not exist. This means they would be false things. Now, Krishna says, Nantosmi mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa esha tad uddeshata prokta vibhutir vistaro maya. There is no end to my wonderful vibhutis. Na anta asti mama divyanam vibhutinam. O afflictor of enemies, parantapa, I have only briefly declared. Esha tad uddesha prokta. So I have given you just one pointer indicator. Unlimited mere my vibhutis are there. The expanse of my vibhutis. Vibhutir vistaro maya. Now the Lord summarizes the subject. There is no end to my vibhutis. Briefly only, Uddeshata, in name only I have spoken the multitude of my vibhutis. Now he gives this general premise as well. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam srimad urjitam eva va tat tat eva tat tat eva vagachat tvam mama tejam sa sambhavam. Whatever object in past, present, or future displays majesty, excellence, or strength. Yad yad vibhutim sattvam Srimad Urjitam. You know, Evava. Know that Tvam Avagaccha. It. Tad Tadeva has arisen just from the fragment of my power. Mama Tej Amsha. Just my from the fragment Sambhavam. So we see this Vibhuti is not related just to the Krishna, what he is mentioning. Like I was just giving of some cricketer, I don't want to much speak about cricket. Like Virat Kohli, he's manifesting, some vibhuti. That's just a fragment of his power. He's manifesting of victory, of, showing that skills and all. In this verse, the Lord brings together all vibhutis of past, present, and future, which were not previously mentioned. Whatever object Sattvam has majesty, vibhutim, excellence, Srimad, or extraordinary strength of power, Urjitam, know that it comes from the portion of my power. Then Krishna speaks this. Athava bahunetena kim gyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyamaham idam krishnam ekamshena stito jagat. But what is the use of knowing all these individual vibhutis, Arjuna? Athava etena bahuna kim gyatena tavarjuna. Please understand, by just one portion of myself, ekamshena sita. So here my one portion of myself refers to Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu is just a amsha of Krishna. Actually, is an amsha of Krishna. And all these universes are manifesting. And within this universe, there is Garbhodaksha Vishnu within the universe, and all within the result alone by the Paramatma in human form, fixing myself Vishtabhya in this world which I have created, supporting this created world by being its basis, superintending the world by being its ruler, controlling the world by being its controller, pervading the world by being pervasive, and creating the world by being its cause. I am situated in this world. Vishtabhyam idam Krishnam. Everything in this universe is Krishna alone, and he is thus worthy of service. By intelligence given by that realization, one should taste his sweetness. This is explained in this chapter. Thus end the commentaries on the 10th chapter Gita for the pleasure of the devotee's mind and the mercy of the acharyas. So this is the Vibhuti Yoga, which is a very important chapter as I mentioned. And one should study this Vibhuti Yoga in detail so that we can always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. So any questions on this Vibhuti Yoga, what we just now discussed? Any questions, any clarifications you have? Any questions or any clarifications? Tukaram Prabhuji, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam. The way I have understood it, for every activity, we have to remember Krishna and realize that it is the potency of Krishna in whether it is movable, immovable.
Um, well, well, see, firstly, Krishna is all pervading. But how to see Krishna like that is when you see his energy manifesting in certain personalities. Like you see some person who's endeavoring in spiritual life, and he is endeavoring because Krishna is empowering him by his energy, Shakti he is giving. Correct? That's why he's able to endeavor. Generally, when you see somebody who's endeavoring and he's especially your colleague whom you join together in Krishna consciousness, generally we become jealous. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes or no, Tukaram Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Uh, but that endeavor, ability to endeavor, it is coming from Krishna if you understand. Oh, he's exhibiting Krishna's Vibhuti, and you can by that become Krishna. Progress. But when you see, Pratak Bhavam, you see, not from the Vibhuti Yoga, you don't see, then you see differentiation and you do Bheda, and that will lead to envy, jealousy, and that's unfavorable for your bhakti, which will not lead to any bhakti. That is the point.
Yeah.
I hope you're clear about this, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Any other questions anyone else has? Any other questions, clarifications? Yes, Beer Krish Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dhanapala, Prabhu. Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhuji.
should we memorize these also slokas in sequence just to, always remember Krishna's Vibhuti? All slokas in sequence.
I did not clearly hear the question.
Prabhu, I'm saying that should we memorize all these sloka in sequence just to,
No,
always
your
remember?
voice is breaking, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, now it is clear? Haribol?
Yeah, it is clear. Yeah.
Prabhu, I'm saying that should we memorize these sloka in sequence
No, it's
so that...
again breaking. Prabhu, it's breaking. What you can do is you can record your question and put it in the group. I will answer it.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Haribol?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, because it's too much breaking.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll stop here. Granth Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So next week we'll begin the 11th chapter. And next to next week we will complete the 12th chapter. So that's how the middle six chapters will go. And then we will begin with the 13th chapter onwards. Hare Krishna.